I want to Shonda this up, man. I want to have many shows with Latinos. I do.
Absolutely,
That's real.
yeah.
You heard it here first. Pero like...
Dímelo, mi gente, what's good? I'm Julissa, of course, and this is Gloria Calderón Kellett, who is an executive producer, showrunner, writer, and director. That's a lot.
Your daughter does not want to have a quinces.
What? We already booked the room, and I found a great band. Okay, it's your brother with an iPod and a playlist, but it's a very good playlist.
So for the people that don't know who Gloria is, let's talk about it. Who are you?
Dude, I'm trying to figure that out every day. Who am I? So my parents are Cuban, from Cuba, came over in 1962 during Operation Pedro Pan. And my parents were sent with a bunch of other Cuban kids to Portland, Oregon. And so I was born in Portland, Oregon.
I was gonna say, ¿a dónde cubano en Portland?
Oh yeah, girl, there's a lot. There's a lot of Cubans in Portland.
Very interesting. You know, I'm from Miami, so it's full
It's
of
real
Cubans.
Cuban there, yes.
How has your upbringing, growing up like that, shaped your work?
Oh my gosh, I think everything, my parents and their struggle and their sacrifice has shaped every aspect of my life. Everything I do here is by virtue of the fact that they came here and sacrificed for me. And that walks with me every day. There is nothing that I do that does not have their fingerprints all over it. And I think that is something that immigrant kids feel in a different way than other people who are third, fourth, fifth generation and removed from it. We are so close to the pain. We're so close to the struggle of what it took to come here. And so I have to be successful. Like, it was not even I have to. I have to because I know what they did for me.
That's deep, that's beautiful.
true.
How did you break into entertainment from being a yogurt shop girl
Yes.
to now getting where you are now?
I started as an actor, and I was auditioning. This is 12 years ago, you guys. This is not even that long ago. And every audition was gangbanger's girlfriend and gangbanger's sister. This is not so long ago. And I thought, there's not like a lawyer or social worker, intern or teacher, nothing, nothing that I auditioned for. And I thought, well, certainly there must be other people that feel the way I feel. I'm gonna start writing my own material. And that is what set me free. Writing is what set me free. And so I started writing my own work, and I started putting up plays in Hollywood with no money. I had no money. I put it up in on Santa Monica Boulevard, the Hudson Theater. I booked that space on Wednesday nights, and that was the hustle. That's where the hustle really started for me. And so that's how I got my agent, my manager, and everything.
How did the show come about?
Yeah.
One day at a time. And did you face any obstacles while trying to get this show made? You're Latina in Hollywood. That's already, the odds are against you, right?
Yeah. The first thing is, so I spent 12 years writing, right? So I was on different staffs. I was on Quintuplets, then I was on How I Met Your Mother for 3 years, then I was on Rules of Engagement for 3 years, then I went to Devious Maids. I wanted to try 1 hour. So I did 1 hour soap, then I did mixology, I wanted to do half-hour single camera, then I did iZombie, which was 1 hour procedural. So at the end of that, I'd done every type of writing. But I just wanted to do multicam, and I thought it was also time to write my family, because people have been asking for years, but they were also like, be careful, because the moment you write your family, that's out there and you've done it and you can't do it again. So really shortly after I kind of got very clear in my intention, I got the phone call to meet with Norman Lear. And so I talked to him, and I felt so comfortable that he, at one point he was like, well, I want to do One Day at a Time as a Latino version. And I don't know what it was, something in me was so comfortable, I was like, I don't know if you should, Norman. And he was like, what? And I'm like, because people want to do, people try to do this. People try to do this.
No, that's true.
And then people get in there, and it just gets messed with, and then Latinos are hard.
It gets watered down.
Yeah, it's hard. When you're so starved as a community, when something is out there, you want it to represent everything that's you, right? And so he was like, well, what would you do? And I told him what I would do. And then he was like, let's do that.
Can you give us a secret or no?
Oh no, I just said like I would want to write my family, and I would want to write it how, and he was like, if you were divorced, what would that look like? And I said, my parents are in my house every day anyway. So I was like, if I got divorced, they'd live with me. Forget it. And then he was like, what's your mom like? And I said, well, picture Rita Moreno, because that's really, they're like
that's your
twins. Mom. Yeah. Well, it's my mom and my abuela. It's sort of a mix of my mom and my abuela. And of course, and Rita, like they're kind of in a blender, and they all make this kind of wonderful, larger than life creation.
So, speaking of Rita, what
Yeah.
is it like working with the Rita Moreno?
No, it's crazy. I mean,
insane.
listen, that was really the first time many of us saw ourselves represented was Rita. I mean, that was Electric Company, West Side Story, obviously, you know, like all my life I've been saying my mom reminded me of Rita Moreno. So to be able to say like, oh, the woman playing my mom is Rita Moreno, it's insane to me.
Yeah. You know, I'm an actress, obviously, and I'm all of these things. I'm into entertainment, and I'm an Afro-Latina. People are now being like, oh, all Latinas don't look like Sofia Vergara or J-Lo. Do you feel like you write for the Afro-Latina that looks like me?
I want to write more Afro-Latina stories. I also want to write stories that are not just Caribbean. Because so far, the new show, I wanted just a Latina lead, and I was like, whoever she may be, I will make her the ethnicity she really is, right? So for a long time, it was this there were a lot of really great Mexican girls, and I was like, okay, this is cool. So I get to write my Mexicanas, which I haven't gotten to do yet. And we, at the end of the day, went with the most wonderful Ana Villafana, who I love so much and is Cuban. But I want to write parts for Mexicanas and Afro-Latinas and for there's so many. There's a lot of stories to be told. And I think it's imperative that those stories are told.
Have you had a Mama, I Made It moment yet?
Oh my Lord. There's been so many, man.
Yeah? What's your one that
Yeah.
you can recall best?
I mean, I think the first night of One Day at a Time, when my parents walked onto the set, there's photos of my grandparents everywhere on that set. There's a huge black and white one in the back in Lydia's room. That's my dad's mom and dad. That's so awesome. Yeah. And my parents and my other, Lydia and Manuel and, all of their pictures from Cuba are all over that set. And so to be able to show them like, hey, you came here knowing, they said, I think their first words were, Mary is a girl, Tom is a boy. That's what they knew when they got off the plane.
Jeez.
And now their daughter writes a TV show about them. I mean,
They did good.
they're great. They're great ones, though. I got very blessed with my parents.
Do you have anything else that you want to share?
So I would say when there is work by Latinos that you like, watch it and share it and
Support it, yeah.
and support it, and talk about what you like about it. And I think I would like to hear what is working for you. What would you like to see more of? If you can say, I wish you guys did more of X, that's helpful. Saying like, I don't like this. Okay, well.
Yeah, we can't
right.
do anything about that.
Sorry you don't like that.
Yeah.
But if you say, what would mean a lot to me is if I saw Afro-Latinas on your show. That would be amazing to me, right? I can do something with that. That I go,
Yeah.
oh shit, I can hear that, okay? So I love to hear from our fans. And the more you tweet about us, the more that Netflix and the powers that be that are paying the bills say people are interested in this and talking about this. Do it for all of your shows. Let's celebrate those parts when they are out there and talk about them because that is impactful. That is where you guys have power.
Bueno, Gloria, we have two pastelitos
I know, oh
here,
yeah,
so I
we
feel
gotta have a
like
little bit, okay?
We should definitely try it.
Un poquito.
Salud.
Salud. Oh my God. I mean, you guys, that's just so good.
Latinas out.
That's so good.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, pero like.